He comes by it naturally. Teddy Singh is meant to build jet engines, and he has thousands of them in a very traditional fashion. But he remembers offering his take when asked if it should be done differently.
We had never ventured into a full horizontal build, and it was definitely a huge task.
In my mind, we really had to prove that not only is it different, it's better.
It's easy to say, we'll try something different, but to actually dedicate resources to make the leap from talk to action takes time, research, and courage.
We need things to be quick. We need things to be lightweight.
Pratt & Whitney's advanced Pure Power 1100 GJM engine on the Airbus A320neo is constructed in a truly unique way that breaks the traditional mold of engine construction.
So this has been a great experience.
Thinking differently meant thinking horizontally. The company's horizontal assembly system is entering its second full year of operation.
You knew you had this ramp. You knew what your output needed to be.
But how did we get here? What are the origins of deciding that Pratt & Whitney's North American engine centers would best be served with a new approach, especially after building engines in such a familiar fashion for decades? It started with the assembly of a team.
Early in the program, I was heavily involved.
Getting input from people like Teddy, who know engines backwards, forwards, vertically, and horizontally.
I remember the first time that the horizontal assembly concept was discussed, and my initial reaction was, that's interesting. It's different, not impossible, but does it really make sense?
Building an engine horizontally had been attempted before, but never yielding the type of efficiency or ergonomic benefits that engineers were looking for. But because of the sheer volume of orders that the Neo was getting, a new process was needed. So the team went north of the border to Pratt & Whitney, Canada, where the engine powering Bombardier C-Series aircraft was being built horizontally.
We took the learning from Mirabel's experience to basically say, fundamentally, we're going to use the same concept of using the overhead system because they'd tried that out. They'd worked through a lot of kinks with that.
More benchmarking was needed, and the team headed overseas to study European manufacturers, including the Audi Corporation. The company was building the sleek Audi R8 with the horizontal system, where part flow to mechanics was lean and efficient.
Well, the first thing that I thought when I walked into the R8 company was the volume, the sheer volume. They had one car after the other, and they had mechanics working on every single car, parts coming over to every single car.
It wasn't a leap of faith, it was a steadfast belief that it would work. A carrier system moving on rails from station to station, parts added until the engine is sent to test and then a customer.
We knew it was going to work.
So construction began, a massive renovation and rebuilding project in Middletown, and the creation of an entirely new facility in West Palm Beach.
My first memory was coming into this building and seeing just posts, and slowly time went by and one carrier went up, two carriers went up.
All of us kind of held our breath until it started to move, and we're like, okay. And then as soon as it started to move, then we kicked into gear and said, okay, watch this, watch this, watch this.
Eventually, this would be the result. This is the first production engine being shipped to Airbus, and there are thousands more to follow. Engines built on the new carrier system are now carrying passengers, saving fuel, changing aviation. It wasn't easy getting here. Trailblazing rarely is.
Once you've grown accustomed to one thing, change is hard to accept. But over time, I think it's won over a lot of people.
There will always be fine-tuning or a new idea to make this methodology even better. The ramp is here. Teddy is ensuring engines go out the door, and Pratt & Whitney has again proved innovation leads to progress.
Now that I understand the volume, the capacity requirements, the way we need to deliver, I think this makes perfect sense. I think going forward, it's the future of Pratt.